Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Yay! You know, ever since I was a young kid, a cure is just, not a young kid, a 13-year-old, when I first got diabetes, I kept hearing, in 10 to 15 years, we'll have a cure. Now, it's 40 years now, and I'm still waiting for a cure. Does that mean I don't think cures are just around the bend? Well, things are coming up all the time. There's going to be now more blood testing equipment that, you know what? You don't have to do much with. So that's going to be a plus. Also, there's going to be immunotherapies seem to be the best bet. Now, they have discovered that type 1 diabetes is developed, is probably the right word, but it's developed because the immune system attacks the beta cells. So now they're looking at new ways to take care of that. Now, immunosystems, they found 3 different areas they could that they could concentrate. That's the word I'm looking for. There was a wild night last night. Yeah, right. But, you know what? First of all, they want to take a look at people who just get diagnosed with type 1, and they want to save the beta cells. The more beta cells that are saved, the best chance they have. Now, that sounds all great and dandy, but for young kids, that's still going to be a pain to go through. And I mean, maybe not as much of a pain now. Who knows? But still, it's got to be better than every day giving yourself shots. And the more beta cells we save, the less severity of your blood sugars happen. Now, thinking back, let's take a look at this. People who have type 1 diabetics are about 10% of all the people who have diabetes. And I'm about 2% are considered, what's the new word, liable? I call it brittle. I'm an old school, I call it brittle. And those cut down. And I'm thinking, if I was able to get that way back, then things could have been much better. I wouldn't have to worry about, am I going low? Last night when my workers came, I was just out of it. I was so low. I was below 2.2, and I kept having to eat, and they left it. I think my blood sugar was 3.4, but it was going up. And then I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, and I was 19, and I had to bring it down. So swings like that probably would be alleviated. You know, people that have diabetes, well, this new immunotherapy could help them as well. You know, it's amazing where science is now. And to think all those years before Banting and Best, people were literally dropping dead of the disease. And now we've got to the point where we're living longer, we're taking better care of ourselves. But you know what? I think that's pretty well more across the board. I think everyone's taking better care of themselves. Now, I've always kind of said, and this is kind of a gray area, that an awful lot of people could get a little upset. But I had always said, I wish that I had got type 1 diabetes earlier. Then I probably wouldn't have developed a taste for sugar. Sugar. Oh, sugar. You know, I kept feeling that I was missing something in my life. And I've always had a very sweet tooth. And that doesn't help a diabetic whatsoever. So if immunotherapy, and they're discussing how to put beta cells, manufactured beta cells, putting it in your pancreas and allowing, or liver, or I think it's the liver duct, and allowing it to reproduce. Yay! But even if they do that, they have to find a way to stop the immune system from attacking these. That's our great act for today. Thank you. But you know what? If that comes, awesome. But just like the development of insulin way back in the day, everyone will want to get this therapy right away, and understandable. You're going to have to find ways of limiting. There'll be mothers writing to Dr. Banting about, oh yes, save my daughter, save my son. But you know, it might not be as bad nowadays. Of course, you know, they may start thinking, you know, I'm entitled to it. You know, they may start at people who have had the disease for long periods of time. Now, I know I have gone to look at getting it on trials, but at that time, my weight is too big, and I still am too big. But you know what? I'm feeling a lot better. Even the loss of some of my weight, the water weight I've gained, I feel better. And you know, it's not because people no, it's time for me to do a blood sugar, so we'll finish this off and then we'll do blood sugar. Yeah, time to do my sensor. But you know, I think we've got to wake up and that things on the horizon are coming. And the beta cells have been talked about for years. So that's where my best hope for a cure for this disease. And this whole disease is, oh well, you're up for chances of heart disease. You can be up for cancer. There's so much more. And I want to hopefully have it in my lifetime. Well, sorry, that was just a scam phone call. Imagine that. People, I hope, can live a life free from diabetes one day. Now, I got my diabetes not from overweight, but you know what? Me being overweight is my doing. I didn't really care what I ate. There was an awful lot of sweets and everything. I could have done a hell of a lot better. So, living without diabetes, yes. I hope that comes soon. Anyway, I hope you've had a great day and keep the faith that we will find a cure for this soon. Have a great day. Bye now.
This is determined.